So, fellow electricians, recently I've been getting myself involved in all sorts of reading, and it all revolves around EV charging and that, but it revolves around something bigger. EV charging is not just a case of sticking a charger outside your house. It involves batteries, mining, the wholesale cost of gas and diesel, and more than anything, it involves electricity. Now, electricity is just a commodity, and we all know it's getting more expensive. And it's getting more expensive because it's getting more scarce. It's hard to produce. And it really got me thinking, obviously, oil is dead. Oil is having the big party at the end of the world. It's done, dusted. It's only going downhill now, and they know that. Why do you think it's so expensive? It's their last chance to make a load of money. And why do you think oil giants like your Shells and all that are now moving into EV charging? It's because they want to continue to extract that sweet coin they've been extracting out of us for years, and continue to do that and protect their revenues. Why else would Shell get involved in EV charging when they don't make anything revolving around it? They don't make chargers, they don't make electricity. They're just an oil company with no direct connection. And that got me looking at something that I spoke about on Instagram the other day. They're always referred to as EV chargers, electric vehicle chargers. Well, in fact, there's no such thing screwed to a wall. Alright, you get the big ones in car parks, don't start putting your fucking bullshit in the comments. But in relation to a normal piece of equipment that is screwed to the outside of a house, that piece of equipment is called EVC. Is that right? EVEC? I think that's right. Electric vehicle charging equipment. They don't call it a charger because it's not. It is, in fact, for all intents and purposes, a posh socket. Nothing more than a power supply rated at a certain amperage and with certain protections in. Which leads me to believe, what the fuck does what we call an electric vehicle charger actually do? Well, I'll tell you this, and I'm willing to be put straight on this one, yeah? It doesn't do fuck all. It's just a fucking posh socket. And the thing that makes it posh is, and I'm repeating myself from what I said the other day, is the thing that makes it posh is it gathers data on you. It's there to spy on you. It's a little James Bond attached to your wall. There is fuck all reason on the planet that I can think of for that EV charger to be rammed full of as many electronics as it is. Okay, you've got the pilot pin, which we're going to come to in a minute, but there are other ways of doing that. It literally sits there measuring when, how, and how much electricity you use, thus giving Shell, one of the people in the market, and any other EV charger manufacturer, all the data they need on you to do something to your electricity supply, which again I'll come to in a minute. So, referring to it as a posh socket, probably a little bit unfair. No, it's not. You could use a commando socket at the rated voltage. There's no need for these sockets to be bespoke. Maybe they plug in and out a bit better, but if you slapped a 32 amp commando socket outside your house, it would charge your EV, because it just provides power to the charge equipment within the car. Obviously, there's the pilot pin, that tells the EV charger some communication. There's a little bit of communication there, but nothing that couldn't have been done with a commercial commando socket with a little commando central pins inside. All right, fair one. They've got a little bit of control. And the very early chargers, the Rolex, well, I say Rolex, I think they're still pumping that same shit out, but the very early chargers were just that. There was a power supply, you plugged it into the car could speak back to the unit, and the unit had a relay that could turn it off. So if the lead was broken, damaged, or the car decided to explode, it could stop the power coming to it. Now we're seeing protection. Again, we could do that with a protected device, fair one. But now I'm seeing them rammed full of meters and SIM cards. What the fuck, they got meters and SIM cards in there? There's only one excuse in there. Big electricity. Big electricity wants your data. Big power wants your data. Simply because, here's what's coming, and here's the crux of this, yeah? EV chargers are the beginning, and we're seeing this from April, where EV chargers can be controlled by the grid. EV chargers are the start of electricity becoming like the stock market. Never mind your economy 7, you would do them a favour buying that electricity. We're talking about, oh, you want some electricity at 8 o'clock in the morning, that's going to cost you a fucking bum raping fortune. Oh, you want to buy electricity at night, that's going to be a bit cheaper because it suits us to let you buy it. And I'm absolutely sure that because of EV charging, remember, some of these devices have a CT on your main cable. Are you telling me that's only there to monitor how much you've got left from your main supply, or is that a way of every single fucking EV charger pumping to a central database exactly how much electricity an average UK household that one's fitted to uses every single fucking second of the day, 365 days of the year, forever? They will soon have an EV charger in every single house with a CT on it that monitors the main income of that house, and they will know exactly to the fucking penny what you are using, when you are using it, and they'll probably fucking work out how you're using it. Because obviously, if they see a high low for 3 minutes, they know that's a kettle. If they say a high low for 8 minutes, they know that's your mum's dildo, etc, etc. Everyone's worried about data, or don't like having the password centralised, or don't like having the email and phone, but you just let something into your house that's literally going to work out exactly what you're using, when you're using it, how you're using it. Remember, gas is gone, or you've got electric, and they're going to sell that information on some motherfucker that's going to then use it to charge you more for that electricity when you want it. Yep, I've got my fucking tinfoil on today, but I can't see another reason for it. I'd love to know your opinions. It's got to be the way it's going. Tell me if I'm wrong, tell me if I'm not case, but this is it now. The concept of two-tier, low, cheap electricity at night and expensive electricity in the day is going to go in the next few years, and we're going to see a up and down stock market style electricity pricing system. Obviously, we will do one day. They can't even get fucking normal smart meters to it, can they? Because they're a bunch of useless, dithering, privatised cunts. But it's the way it's going. You mark my words. And EV, just remember, that EV charger you've bought, it's not an EV charger. It's fucking spying on you. And if it's got a CT on the main supply, it can spy on your entire fucking house and look up your mum's pants. See you later.